Good morning. My name is Jason Bollinger. I am in the special event planning class, and today I'm going to show you how I put together my centerpiece. It's not really hard. I've already got it all put together, so I'm going to disassemble it and then show you how I did it, just to show you that how one person can put it together fairly easily. Now, the first thing that I did was I made these handy dandy little paper mache flowers. Of course, you've probably learned how to make those in Vacation Bible School or art class. So what I did was I took some tissue paper like this. It's about 4 by 6. And then what it was, you just kind of fold it over again. This one might be a little off, but you can always size it up later. Okay. Alright. And I see that you are getting the idea. So then, you have this handy dandy little thing here. Now, what I like to do is I like to take pipe cleaner. This stuff works great. And see, if you notice the green, it gives it more of an organic color. But the problem with working on one project is you usually have too much. So with this pipe cleaner, I'm going to go ahead and take it and fold it in half like this. And you can just take some regular scissors. Of course, wire cutters are preferable. And everything is about halving. So I take about half of that. And then I'm going to go ahead and bend over like this. Make sure that this is in half itself. And give it a little bit of a twist like this. Now you want to go ahead and leave this much stem on. I'll show you why later. Of course, you want to go ahead and open this up here, and then all you have to do is just make sure that you pull up all of your petals here. Now, this is probably the most tedious part of this whole project, but it comes out looking great. And I'll do this just enough to give you an idea. Now, just FYI, my theme that I thought of course, this is midsummer, so of course, Midsummer Night's Dream. So I wanted to capture that summer feeling and have everything be magical. So what I did was maybe a little flower like this, and just because I don't want to get glitter all over me again, I took some spray adhesive. Just make sure that you read on the back that it is okay for paper. And then you'll want to do this outside and wear gloves, because otherwise you'll have it all over you. And then spray your flower down and then sprinkle with glitter. Okay, so for my base, I decided to go with mirrors. Well, with this mirror in particular, most of everything that I got, by the way, I got at Dollar Tree. So I spent all of $12, so it can be done easily. What I did was I got this cheap plastic mirror here. If you notice, there's holes around the top there. Well, I didn't have a drill, so kids, be careful if you're looking at this. What I decided to do was go around and make all these little holes right here by taking this knife and digging it out. Then once I got the hole in there, I decided to go ahead and take a screw, and then I've got a screwdriver key, and I twisted it through. Now the reason I did that, this is where the stems come in handy, is because when you take your flower, you're going to want to make sure that it's really skinny, so that way it can fit through these little holes here. And then just wire it in the back like so. can go ahead and demonstrate that for you so that way we can see the final project. If it takes too long, I can always edit that out later. Okay. You know, I found this assignment really, really fun. I never knew that I had it in me to be so crafty. So, while I'm doing this, then I'm going to go ahead and stop this right now, and then I will be right back with you for the next step. Now, for me, it's all about the different layers because, like people, I believe that everything has different layers. What I wanted to do for this next piece, okay, so I've got my finished mirror right here. And whenever I think of summertime, I think of fireflies in a jar. I don't know if where the viewers have grown up, but here in Missouri and in Arkansas too, we used to catch fireflies and put them in a jar, but I was afraid that I would have PETA after me for doing so. So I decided to go ahead and go this route. This is the next piece right here. And then I decided to go ahead and add yet another layer. So I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. Okay. So I took the jar, and then I took the wine glass, and there is some awesome stuff. It's called sticky tack. Those of you who are teachers will know exactly what I'm talking about. This stuff is awesome. So we're going to want to stabilize the glass into the jar. So as you can see right here, I've got all kinds of sticky tack there. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it down right there until it's just about centered. Now, so that way the finished product will look similar to this. All right. Next, we're going to have some fun with the filler. Now comes the fun part of the filler. Like I said, Midsummer Night's Dream, magical, fairy dust, illumination, something like that, but yet an organic quality as well. So what I've done with my jar here, what I want to do is there's something very awesome that I learned from my club days. Glow sticks. These things are awesome. You can get a 20-pack for $1 at the Dollar Tree. Love these things. So you've got these little bracelets here. So what I decided to do was I could go through here and go ahead and attach like that. And so that way I have one that's down in there. And I'm going to go ahead and break open another one. All you got to do is just do this. So I'm just going to shake them up a little bit. Well, obviously that one's a dud, as some of them are. And you just want to strategically place them in here. I'm going to use about 2 or 3 of them just to go ahead and give it sort of a glowing quality, as it were. Now, all I have to do is just take this, just stick that down in here like this. Now, if you're trying to make a bunch of these on the fly, it is possible. The only thing that I would suggest is just make sure that you know what you're putting in there first, so that way you can crack your glow sticks and then put them in there. What I'm going to do here, so I'm going to go ahead and drop a few more of these in the top here while I have them out. And it's also essential that, especially this top glass, it gets fingerprinted really, really easy. So now you get to watch me wrangle with this thing. Okay. Now, I've got this. I want to go around this direction. And this one. I'm going to break apart. Sometimes I find that if you have a pencil or pen, then you're able to kind of maneuver it a little bit easier without getting everything all messed up, because it'll slide right in there. It's just a matter of it staying. But either way, I mean, it doesn't have to be round like I'm trying to do now. I mean, you could do any sort of symmetrical design. See, these things have a tendency to just jump around all over the place. Anyhow, here we go. I'm only going to probably do one here. Try to keep it. You could use some sort of adhesive, but I wouldn't advise it, only because you're dealing with glass here. So you just have to find the right balance. Now that we have that in place, I'll have you take a look at this so far. You see where I've got the glow sticks right here? See how it gives that sort of illuminating quality right there? What the hell, just for fun? I hope I didn't say the H word. And if I did, I'm sorry. I'll have to edit that out. Let's just go ahead and shove another one in there just for fun. Now, what I like to do here is I'll take these little rocks and fill them in on either side. That'll help further secure the glass in place. Like that. And then I've further decided to take another handful of these rocks. Now you have to be very careful, because this is going to both hold the glow stick in place, and at the same time it can really screw with it as well. So I'm going to go ahead and take this and just kind of try to build around it. Try to hit the center if you can. That's a tip. Just go right down the center, so that way it'll just kind of build up around it, and then therefore holding it in place. Now, what I did was I took the artificial flowers that I was using, and I took all the little leaves here. I'm going to give it a more organic feel. Go ahead and use that as filler down here to contrast with the blue light here. And then flowers. You want to have them cut fairly short, depending on the depth of your jar here. So I'm going to go around and then alternate between white and yellow. White, yellow, white, white, whoops. Okay, showing some alternating colors here. And another white one right here. So far, this is what we have. Then I decided to, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and try this other glow stick. because I want to try to make sure that it's like this all the way around. Something tells me that, especially with those rocks being there, I'll be a little bit more successful. Perfect. See the glowing? This is perfect for an outdoor event because typically the glow sticks, they'll go for at least 2 to 3 hours. Then what I did was I took this little light, like I said, dollar store, got a little bit of ticky tack on there, set it down there in the middle, and then I got this little baby's breath here, making sure the baby's breath didn't stink. Okay, and then you just kind of fill around it. Like that. Now, don't forget about your base. So we have the base here. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a magical centerpiece right here. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. And you guys have a good day.